A little girl got drenched by a passing car this morning, and instead of crying, she laughed. Her father, standing right beside her, did the exact opposite. Same street, same splash, same cold water, two completely different worlds. And in that single second, I understood something about all of us that I had never quite been able to put into words. It had rained the night before. The kind of soft, all-night rain that leaves the streets shining and fills every dip in the road with a small, still pool of sky. I was waiting at a red light, half awake, half somewhere else, the way most of us are on an ordinary morning. And on the corner stood a father and his daughter. He was dressed for the office, pressed and tidy, the way a man dresses when the day ahead is full of things that matter. She was dressed for school, with a little bag on her back, and shoes that had probably been wiped clean only minutes before. They were simply waiting, like everyone else, for the light to change. Then a car came through too fast and hit the puddle at just the wrong angle. The water rose in a sheet and came down on both of them. A few drops landed on the father. The girl got the whole wave. She was soaked from her hair to her shoes. And here is where their worlds split apart. The father turned and shouted after the car. His face went tight. His shoulders rose. His whole body filled with the heat of it. A perfectly clean morning had been ruined in an instant, and every fiber of him wanted the world to know it. But the girl was laughing, wiping the water from her eyes, shaking the drops from her sleeves, laughing as if the morning had just handed her a small, unexpected gift. She had not been ruined by the water. She had been delighted by it. And as the light turned green and I drove away, I could not stop asking myself one quiet question. Why is it that a child can be soaked to the skin and find it funny, while a grown man can be barely touched and find it unbearable? We were all that child once. There was a time when a puddle was an invitation, not an inconvenience. When rain meant freedom, not a forecast to dread. When the small accidents of a day were the very things that made it worth remembering. We did not need the world to behave perfectly. We simply met it as it came. And then, somewhere along the way, we learned to keep score. We learned that our clothes must stay clean, our plans must stay on track, and our mornings must unfold exactly as we arranged them in our heads the night before. So now, when life splashes us, we do not feel the water. We feel the offense. We feel the gap between the day we expected and the day we got. And we call that gap unfairness, and we let it ruin everything that follows. But the child feels no gap, because the child expected nothing. She was not clinging to a perfect morning, so she had nothing to lose and everything to enjoy. The water was just water. The moment was just a moment. And a moment, met without resistance, is almost always lighter than we fear. This is not about puddles. It never was. It is about the 1,000 small splashes that land on us every single day. The slow line, the spilled coffee, the plan that fell through, the thing that did not go the way we wanted. We meet each one with the tightness of that father, when we could meet it with the lightness of that girl. The water is going to come either way. The car is going to hit the puddle whether we are calm or furious. The only thing we ever truly choose is what we do in the half-second after. Whether we shake it off and laugh, or carry it with us for the rest of the day like a stain that never dries. The girl understood something her father had forgotten. That a life spent guarding against every splash is a life that never gets to feel the rain. So here is what I keep returning to, long after that light turned green. A little girl got drenched by a passing car this morning, and she laughed. The only question that matters is whether, the next time the water rises for you, you will remember how to laugh too.